just finished up legs, and obviously now I'm going to move on to the questions. So I just thought I'd try and get some information out there, let you guys ask questions about what you want to know about me, because I could just sit here and waffle on and it would be nothing that you guys want to know. So if you asked any questions on the Instagram poll, thank you. So let's get to the questions. So first up, would you say it's mentally helped doing fitness? So I'd say that it's definitely helped a lot, because it's kind of an outlet. So if you have a lot of stresses and things going on in your life, you can kind of just spend your hour and a half, hour in here, just kind of getting rid of all of that. And yeah, it takes a lot of time. So obviously when you have a lot of downtime and you're bored and everything, your mind starts racing a lot. But even when I'm not in the gym, I'm sort of researching different ways to train, different studies and everything. So watching YouTube videos on fitness. So I'd say that it's definitely helped my mental health quite a bit. So if you're struggling with your mental health and you're not in the gym at the moment, it might be a place to look. How do you track what you eat? So I track my food with MyFitnessPal. So it's just a free app. I recommend upgrading it to the premium, but if you don't want to, then you don't need to. So with all my meals, I just track it on one of the weight scales. I just chuck the bowl on there, chuck the plate on there, whatever, and then just tar it out, chuck everything on there, and then just weigh each thing. So yeah, it's just gotten to, I can go in robot mode now. I kind of know exactly what I'm having at exactly which time, and yeah, it gets a lot easier. So if you're trying to put off tracking, I do recommend giving it a go for at least 2 to 3 days. And if you don't like it and it's so hard, then just can it. But I feel as though after a couple of days, 2-3 days, and you'll be absolutely fine, and you'll enjoy it, and then it'll make your fitness journey a lot easier. Are you aiming to become a trainer, coach, or just straight up fitness influencer guru? So obviously at the moment, I'm not a personal trainer or a coach, but that's in the works at the moment. So I'm just doing some little steps to get towards taking on clients soon. So yeah, at the moment, I'm just trying to get away as much free content as I can, because I feel as though the knowledge that I have within the fitness industry is just, like, if I keep it to myself, then that's just selfish, number one, and it's just pointless, because I'm learning about all this stuff and it could really help someone, but I'm kind of just keeping it to myself. And I feel as though if I get it out there and give away a lot of free content, then it's just really beneficial for you guys. And yeah, it's good fun as well. Ever since I've started doing all this YouTube stuff and posting stuff, I've actually really enjoyed my training and everything to do with my fitness journey a lot more. Can you post more topless pictures, please? Well, that just gives me an excuse to post topless photos, so I'm more than happy to. Would you recommend steroids? So obviously this is a tough answer for me to give, because I haven't used steroids in my life. Yeah, it's tough, but I think my understanding on it is just, if you're willing to sacrifice the consequences that may come with steroid use, then I don't see any issues with it. It's sort of like when you go out on a Saturday night, say drugs or alcohol, when you make that decision to buy whatever, drugs, alcohol, whatever, then you kind of make that decision that you're happy to deal with the consequences. You're happy to wake up in the morning and just be in a rat shit mood. So obviously, that's what a lot of people do it, but it's not for me. But yeah, I feel like it'd be better off asking someone that actually uses steroids for that question. Explain creatine, please. So I use creatine. I supplement it every day, so I just use 2 to 5 grams each day. So that's just like the little scoop, chuck it in your water. You can have it any day, any part of the day. So it doesn't need to be pre-work, it doesn't need to be post-workout, just whatever works for you. So that just helps, fill the muscles up with water. So it gives them a nice fuller look. And it's also, research has shown that it helps with strength in the gym. So yeah, obviously it's something that I use every day. And yeah, if you're just looking for that little 1% to go to increase, then yeah, I do recommend using creatine. Creatine's one of the most researched supplements, and yeah, all the research backs it. So when are we going to see you on a Calvin Klein billboard? Well, yeah, currently just trying on the jocks and stuff. I've been talking to old Calvin for, like, we're going back and forth on the emails. So yeah, I reckon next couple of weeks, surely. What's your current goals? So my current goals, so I'm in a surplus at the moment. So my current goals are pretty much just trying to throw on as much weight onto the bar and as much muscle mass as I can. So then when I chisel down and go into a deficit again, then I'm just gonna look a whole lot better. So it's pretty much just, yeah, that's pretty much my goal. I've got some little goals through like the lifts and everything. So if you watched my Instagram story the other day, I hit 185 for, I think it was 185 for 8 or 185 for 10 on the rack pulls. And yeah, I'm looking to hit 200 on that, because like I would never have thought that I would be able to pick up 200 kilos rather than, do an exercise with it. So that's one of my big goals. And yeah, looking to progress my bench press, because that is one of the weakest exercises I have. So yeah, those are a couple goals just in each thing. What are you proud of? Really good question. I'd say that I'm pretty proud of myself for starting up this YouTube stuff, and like I've been wanting to do this for a long time, and I've always put it off because I was just like, oh, the boys are gonna have a dip at me and like say I'm a flog, and oh, what do people think about this and that? And like I was always worried about what people thought, but now it's just gotten to the point where I just really couldn't care. And life's been a lot better. Like not even just my training and everything, like my life has gotten so much better when I just stopped giving a shit what people thought. So if I have any advice for anyone out there, just honestly, stop worrying about what people you don't care about think. Honestly, like it's your life. No one's gonna be on the deathbed with you. Like it's just you. So don't be living your life to keep someone else happy. So live your life, do whatever the fuck you want, and I'm telling you, your life will be 10 times better. So that's what I've started to do. I obviously, like you kind of hold yourself back a little bit, but slowly, I'm just getting to the point where it might sound selfish, but I'm just living my life for me. Like I couldn't care what anyone thinks. I couldn't care, what people say about me. I'm living my life. This is my life, so I'll do whatever I want. And I was so scared to post stuff on Instagram, post stuff on YouTube, but at the end of the day, it says Aaron Boundy as a username. It's not Aaron Boundy plus all these other people having input. Like I couldn't give a shit. So I'll just post what I want, do what I want, and deal with the consequences, I guess. Favorite meals. So protein oats, absolutely love protein oats. So you get some oats, protein, milk, berries, beautiful. And then, yeah, that's probably my favorite meal at the moment. Obviously on Instagram, I post a lot about Zoats, but because I'm not in a deficit now, I can have the luxury of having some pro. So yeah, that's probably my favorite meal. Close behind, I don't know, I'm a bit boring. Like I do enjoy chicken and rice, just with a bit of passata. Like I'm pretty basic. So yeah, oh, and homemade pizzas. I have been thrashing the homemade pizzas lately. So yeah, I do enjoy those. What got you into fitness? Well, this is actually quite a funny story. When I was in, I think it was like year 7 or something, I went to a sports school and we used to do gym and everything. And yeah, so like I was just doing, I don't even know what we were doing. We were doing like bicep curls or something. And I remember this girl, she said to me, she knows who she is because I always tell her about it. She said to one of her friends, like, "Oh my God, look at Aaron's arms, they're so small." And then I kind of, like, this is year 7 Aaron, I thought that I was the shit. I thought I was huge and I would smash everyone. And I kind of looked down and I was like, fuck, she's got a point, you know? Like, I'm not looking very big at all. So pretty much got home and the bicep curls came straight out. I was doing endless amounts of bicep curls and push-ups, and yeah, like it obviously wasn't doing all that much, but I just found the love for gym from that. And then, you know, my brother was doing all the gym and everything, so I started asking him for advice, and then yeah, started really getting into it. And then I just thought, like, another thing that I think about is just like, I don't, like it's weird. Like you look at yourself in the mirror, and I feel as though people look at themselves in the mirror and like you think like, oh yeah, like I'm a pretty good looking guy, blah, 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 whatever. But I thought that, like, I'm not sure if I'm good looking or not. I can't control that, but what I can control is if I have a nice body. So I can't control what's going on with this head, but I can control with what's happening with my body. So if I have a nice body, then it's something that I can, like, people be like, oh yeah, no, he's got a good rig, so like blah blah blah. But yeah, it's a bit of a weird one, but yeah, that's honestly like one of the things that, you know, got me into fitness. What's your motivation? So that kind of leads on from what I said just then. It's kind of just like, you know, bettering myself and being better. Like looking at my logbook and thinking, you know what, like how cool would that be? Like it's a bit weird because it's kind of external, but it's just like, how cool would that be? Like, you know, posting a lift of me doing 200 kilo rack pulls. Like someone might see that and be like, fuck, like, oh, that'd be awesome if I could do that, or, and then that inspires them, or, but it's pretty much just like looking at myself in the mirror like I am now and being like I'm not sure if I'm happy with it. Like I'd really like bigger calves, so I'm going to do calves all the time. Like I'd really like to, you know, get nice abs, so I'm going to do abs all the time. So yeah, I guess that's what motivates me, and like you guys motivate me a lot, because, you know, the messages that I receive of people telling me like, I'm really happy with what you're doing, like it's really good what you're doing, like I've learned so much from you. So like I'm a realist. I understand that I'm not the biggest person on YouTube, I'm not the best looking person on YouTube or the smartest person on YouTube, but I feel as though that's almost a good thing, because, you know, like kind of someone people can relate to. You know, I'm just an average kid from Greenvale that's like nothing really special, but, you know, I feel as though I've got a lot to offer, and I feel as though, you know, like if I can do it, you guys can do it. So if you're putting anything off, just go and do it, because I was putting this off for years and years, and, you know, I was always looking at YouTubers' lives and saying like, oh, that's gonna be awesome. Like one day I hope I get there, but I would never post a YouTube video. It's like, you know, people say they wanna jump on stage and get massive, but they won't track their food. You know, that people want to do things in life, but they won't take little steps. They just think like, oh, one day something's going to click in my brain, and then I'm just going to be bang, right? Yeah, I'm the CEO of this business, or I'm the #1 bodybuilder in Australia. So yeah, I think it's just like taking little steps and stuff like that. So as you can tell, I just love to waffle on, bloody losing my train of thought. So yeah, that's all the questions, but yeah, I just thought get on here, kind of get to know me a little bit better, because I could have sat here, spoke about a lot of things, and then you could have just been like, oh, I don't really care about that, I don't care about that. So I'm going to do this quite a bit, try and get you guys involved. So, you get to know me a little bit better. I get to answer questions that you guys really want to hear about. So thanks for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed it. Please do like, subscribe, comment any thoughts, any videos you guys want me to do, and tune in for the next one.